Good morning. This is Gene from Listening in Radio, KB9001MWDX, KB9001SWL, and of course my ham radio call sign WN9ZWC. And I'm just sitting here this morning, and this is not my usual context for doing a video, but I'm just having my cup of coffee, and I'm relaxing because I had a tooth extraction up in my upper right mouth here, and I took a tooth out. It was kind of rough. I don't think I've ever had both the dentist or the doctor and the assistant both with their hands in my mouth trying to get one tooth out. They had kind of a rough time getting it out, but I digress. I'm just recovering from the pain still. But anyway, I just wanted to jump on here and mention the story that popped up this morning, and I put a link to this in the comment section or the community section of Listening in Radio. But I learned this morning that an employee of Voice of America has been calling and threatening a representative of Congress, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I'm not the biggest fan of Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I know a lot of people are kind of back and forth on her. She can be a little bit crazy, but you know what? That doesn't mean that a Voice of America employee or any other federal employee should be calling up their bosses who pay their paycheck and threatening to kill them. They use actually threatening to kill her and do these other things. And, I work very hard here, and a lot of us in the radio community work hard to support VOA, and I spoke up about keeping VOA solvent and keeping them on the air. And then, this is how they return the favor. Obviously, everybody knows about the assassination of Charlie Kirk. We've got to start having a civil discourse in this country. I do my best to stay away from politics, but when it involves radio, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt the radio genre. It's going to make them look at operations like VOA or Radio Marty or other even radio licensing. In fact, there was another influencer on another channel here that was demanding that the FCC drops ham radio licenses. No, we worked for that, and the licenses gave the leverage to the government to come in and say, no, we're going to shut down this bad behavior because we issued a license. They issued ABC a license when they separated Jimmy Kimmel. We've got to start doing things differently here. This bad discourse has to stop for all of us. But that's all I'm going to say. That's just my 2 cents for this morning. And thanks for listening in and keeping radio in the forefront. I really appreciate it.